An accounting system works by tracking and recording financial data, generating reports, and analyzing that data to make informed decisions. This progress typically involves entering information, like sales, invoice, and receptions, into the accounting system, which stores in a database. There are four key progress in an accounting system: recording, classifying, summarizing, and analyzing. Based on the current situation and dynamic analyzing of the company, with expansion of business, the monthly trading volume is generally increasing, and the accuracy and efficacy of financial system need to be involved. Consider the future requirements that may involve inventory management, payroll systems, and metal currency transactions.
I'm going to use the DFT format to talk about the human resource cycle. The first is the requirement. The company will require the talent through online requirement websites, offline job fires, internal staff recommendations, and any other ways. The second point is the interview, which is the key to selecting the right candidates. So a variety of interview methods to help enterprise intuitively understand the comprehensive quality of job applicants. Then there's selection and hiring. Through the interview, company learned about the background information of the candidates so as to choose the most suitable candidate for the company and hire him through email, phone call, and other forms. The next step is training. New employees need to train to understand the company culture, rules, and regulations. And then the next step is management. This is the evaluation of the employee's work results. This includes setting performance goals and regularly evaluating employee performance. Reward according to the assessed results, of course. Coach and discipline are also important. For example, old employees can match new employees. In addition, disciplinary measures are an important means to ensure that employees comply with company rules and regulations. For example, employees who are often late are given warnings and urged to cover. Terminate is the final step of human resource cycle. It involves various steps to be considered. For example, poor performance, organizational changes, legal reasons, and so on. That's all. Thank you.
From the perspective of human resource management, this process covers the whole process of employee recruitment and retention. The starting point of the process is to identify the job needs and clarify company's human requirements. The HR team then advertises position to attach suitable candidate. After receiving the applicant's resume, the human department will conduct a screening process to eliminate candidates who do not meet the requirements. Candidates who have been through the resume will to the interview stage where HR will further assess the conductor's ability and suitability. For conductor who passed the interview, will issue an offer and a job offer, and processed to the next stage onboarding and integration. integration. After the enter of employee, HR will continue to conduct performance elevate the work performance of employee, and make decisions on whether to retain or dismiss employee based on the elevation. For high-performing employee, HR will continue to provide ongoing elevation and support to help them grow and develop within the company. And finally, the objective of all processes is to improve employee retention and promote personal and professional development to ensure that the company's talent pool can support the continued development of the business in the long term. Part.
This is a BPMN diagram to show the business process of the human resources department of the company, describing the process of an employee onboarding. The start point is a green cycle that indicates the beginning of the event. Then the box-shaped human task in the activity is marked to show that the first step of the process is to organize and sort out employee information. Next is a diamond cross decision point. If agreed, the process continues to create employee profile annotate with human tasks in the activity. If disagreed, the right solid cycle indicates that the process is terminated. After creating the employee profile, branch the parallel process and mark the parallel gateway. Parallelism is divided into the following two paths, which can be executed simultaneously. The first is task 1, which is marked with manual tasks in the activity to provide work equipment, then marked with phone tasks to create IT accounts, and finally marked with manual tasks to assign mentors. Then the second task is to arrange orientation training with manual tasks, labeling, confirm salary and benefits with scripted task labeling, and finally conduct health examination with manual task. After parallel task is completed, the process enters another gateway for merging. After merging, enter the terminal task. Complete the onboarding registration. The process ends with a right cycle to indicate successful completion of the onboarding process. The whole figure shows a structured employee onboarding process, including the sequence of tasks, decision points, parallel process, and the conditions for the end of the process.
In terms of human resources, the company is divided into multiple departments, and each department handles its internal affairs separately. However, this method is labor-intensive and not suitable for small and medium-sized companies, because small and medium-sized companies may have overlapping positions and cannot be completely handled by departments. A series of processes can be handled by introducing HRMS and using automated management tools to reduce the manual part and reduce the error rates. From the perspective of authorization, the company currently adopts a manual review method. Employees need to ask the superior management department for authorization, but this will lead to low efficiency and information destruction due to identifying authentication and other issues. A unified standard can be established, and relatively low-level authorizations can be approved by electronic automatic approval. High-level authorizations are subject to manual double approval and to prevent information leakage and other issues. The company currently uses manual monitoring and inspection for some internal information, including accounts, but manual inspection is inefficient and may lead to fraud and inaccurate inspections. In order to improve these problems, the company should regularly train employees and conduct regular inspections of management departments to prevent loopholes. At the same time, we will change the information that we can check electronically to electronic checking. Introduce the electronic system when reconciling accounts, check the accounts at any time, and correct and report problematic records. This is a report prepared by our group on human resources management cycle.
Thank you for listening.